Hey, it's the Flip Coach, and I wanted to give you some market updates. Let's talk a little bit about what's going on in the market, and we'll also get into how this influences our business. I'm going to be doing some extra posts and how this is going to influence your real estate investing business as well, and these market conditions and things that you need to look out for to maybe determine which direction your business needs to go. So first, let's talk about the median sales price. Median sales prices have come down a little bit. We've noticed it in our fix and flip properties. It's taking a little while longer to sell. We've had to do a few price decreases, which we didn't have to do in 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. So we are feeling a little bit of those residual effects. The national average median sales price was at $388,000. It is down to $380,000, which is not a huge difference, but it is a little bit of a difference. Now, we've only had basically the first quarter of this year in 2024 to make that comparison. The interesting thing is that the median sales price for properties in Miami-Dade last year was $585,000. It has dropped to $540,000. That was one of the hotter markets. It's still a hot market, but the median sales price has dropped a little bit more significantly than it has on an average overall in the United States. In Florida, the median sales prices last year were about $410,000. This year, they're right around about $400,000, so a little bit of a decrease, but again, not quite as much as some different areas like Miami. I think Miami just got really hot too quickly, and so it had a little bit more of a cool down. Also, mortgage rates. So mortgage rates had increased, obviously, in the last couple of years. Last year, peaking at pretty much right around 7%. This year, we're down a little bit from that. Like I said, we're only in basically the first quarter of 2024. But according to the Fed, I read this morning, that mortgage rate is supposed to be predicted to drop about to 5.9% by the end of this year. And again, these things are going to make some changes in the market, and I'm going to talk about that in another video. But right now, I'm going to give you these market updates, this information, and then I'll tell you what we do with the information. So the last piece of information that I look at as well, and I do look at interest rates and a little bit of what's going on with the economy, but as it relates directly to real estate, especially in my real estate world, which I deal with a lot of distressed properties, we're finding motivated sellers, right? So we look at the foreclosures. So we've seen an increase in foreclosures here in South Florida. 2023, the entire year last year for Broward County, there was a little over 3,000 foreclosures. So far this year, we've had about 1,200 that have already filed foreclosure. So you can already kind of see an increase. The national average increased about 22%. Some states like New Hampshire increased 43%. So I don't know what's going on in New Hampshire, but there was a major spike in foreclosures for some states. In Florida, we're seeing an increase of around that 20%, maybe a little bit more. For Miami-Dade last year, there was 3,647 filings for foreclosures. And this year so far, we've already seen about 1,350. So there is an increase there. And then same with Palm Beach. Palm Beach last year, trailing behind a little bit with 2,366 foreclosures. And now this year we've started, there's about 983 foreclosure filings that have gone through Palm Beach. So we do see an increase in the Tri-County. We are seeing an increase in Florida and the United States overall. Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? I'm going to talk a little bit more about that, but right now this is just your market update. I'm the Flip Coach, and in the meantime, happy investing.